Oh, this is on already. Good Lord. Glad I wasn't singing. How is ya, you y'allin, yeah. How are you guys? It's Thursday. Um, I'm your boy, Truist. Ah, I'm your homie. I'm your dog. I'm your dude. I'm your guy. I'm your buddy. I'm your pal. I'm your boy, but I'm not your boy. All right, so we've had this running for a little bit. I was talking to my mom. I just wanted to see how long that call was going to take, and she sort of shushed me off the phone. I was like, "No one asked you anything, Siri. I have to cut Siri off. I hate when Siri says stuff to me, and no one asks Siri. Siri, you know what I'm saying? Get what? What? Not only is it a glitch in the matrix, it's sort of a glitch in the NSA spying on me because I'm a consequential motherfucker. Just like I tell you guys every day, whether God made you out of clay in his lab or whether the cosmos and stardust and solar winds made you, now you're walking around on a planet, it's an extraordinary thing. How are you not a consequential individual? You shouldn't be wasting your days. The people who are arrayed against you aren't wasting their days, right? They're plotting against you. I hate to fucking say it. Um, so yeah, I had a moment with my mom on the phone because moms are moms, and they may be proud of you. They don't think you know shit because they knew you before you were a person, right? So moms are moms. So I had to be like, Mom, you got to do this, you got to do that. Come on, Mom. She was telling me about how her back hurt. And I was like, Mom. And I've been telling this for years. I'm like, man, you got to. Now she was like, yeah. Because I also told her to beware of these doctors because they can't wait to be dark. You know, I'm just going to pad my insurance bill by unnecessary surgery. These are fucking opening up people's parents and shit. I'm like, no. So anyway, yeah, we had a lovely mom-son moment. And she was just kind of like, yeah, 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 yeah. Like, but. She was like, bye. Bye. I was like, bye, Mom. And that's how that went. My mom is awesome. I love her so much. All right. Let's run through. Man, today, this morning show was not awesome. But it is what it is, and it's in the books. Everybody just calm down. We're not gonna sweat it. Mind you, we have a nice, small, intimate, weird thing happening. I think it would be different if I wanted 1,000 people watching me, but I think it would be different if it was because this way I get to talk to like a handful of people who are here, and I sort of feel like I'm hosting like a party. So, yeah, drink your drinkables, smoke your smokables. Um, I think there was two other ones, right? Drink your drinkables, smoke your smokables. Some eat your eatables. Edibles implies weed. Like eat if you're hungry, essentially. And yeah, I gotta tell you, homie, the weirdest thing happened to me driving today. Guy got out of his car on traffic and tapped on my window while I was sort of in my own head in my car by myself in my own head. Tap tap tap. I was like on the passenger window. And me like an idiot, I fucking rolled the window down. Like just I was like, what the fuck? Yo, man, you cut me off. White guy. Like white beard, like nice beard, white, like in a convertible yellow Mustang. I was like, dude, it's driving. Don't take that shit personally. Why you walking up on me? And then I realized COVID, and I had the window down. I was like, right back. Like, what the fuck? Then I popped my door to get out, and then I realized that was a bad idea because we were at a stoplight. I was like, that's a bad idea. This is inviting more drama, right? And as I opened my door, he had turned to walk away. Then I was like, and as he got like past my bumper, I closed the door. I didn't slam it. I just kind of like, cool. Right? Like I said on this show, if you can avoid the bullshit, avoid the bullshit. But yeah, that was one of those things where I was just kind of like, what the fuck? Knocking on your door. I mean, the old me carried a gun, right? That's not. And here in Virginia, everybody, their mother has a gun. He's stupid for doing that. He must have had some authority that I didn't know about. But that shit will still get your head blown clean off your shoulders. Because, like I say also on the show, a lot of these mothers are not raising their sons. And a lot of these people who are running around have been getting by on arrogant racism for a very long time. And he strikes me, like I said, white beard, looking like fucking Santa Claus in his yellow convertible Mustang. He must have been on his "Do you know who I am?" shit. And I was like, I don't give a fuck who you are. You know who I am. Yeah, you're my target. These bullets know who you are, motherfucker. Slide off me. So now that whole thing, I'm like, I should carry a gun. And then, like, I'm thinking this all day coming back. And then I'm thinking, that's exactly why you don't carry a gun, right? The dude was bigger than me. He was bigger than me. He was about my height, but he was big old, hillbilly bullshit kind of guy. But still, right? A fight's a fight. At a red light, I can't fuck them with that. Because then the cops will show up and they'll just blame the black dude. Stand your ground. We're both standing our ground, you idiot. But his car was three cars and one over from me. So he had to get out of his car and walk up to me and knock on the door. What caught me sleeping was me just in my head, which I don't really fault myself for, because who expects someone to knock on their door at a busy intersection where there are no sidewalks so somebody can walk up to you? Who expects that? I really do think that people are really losing their shit with this nonsense, and I can't fuck with it. I'm not going to be murdered off on the side of the road by you and then had some shifty bullshit lawyer say it was perfectly warranted, even as I have no history of any of the bullshit you're trying to sell, right? Or if he is found guilty, given like a year and a half in jail and a $200 fine for killing me, fuck you, I'll blow your head clean off your shoulders. And that is the wild bullshit of my day. It's been in my head all day. This is what I mean by people. This is real estate right now. But, it's a lesson for me. I've been going over it and over it in my head all fucking day. All day. And I track it back to not paying attention. But then again, I'm also like, I'm listening to the car. I'm like, if I was looking right straight ahead, and I wasn't, I was just kind of like, and then he caught me. But if I was looking right straight at the light, I still would have missed him walking up on me. And I was thinking, if I had someone in the car, then they would have saw him. But then having someone in the car makes it worse, because I got to control you not to bust his ass, right? And then he'll shoot the both of us and go, Negroes were attacking me on this sunny street on Bonnie Road. Right? So I don't want anybody else in the car with me. And then I was like, oh my God, what if I had what if I had a wife and kids and there was a stroller in the back seat? Who walks up to somebody like that? And this is it. I think it's the arrogance of these people that you let get away with open murder in this country for 300 years. And every now and then one of them gets so out of pocket. What am I to do with that guy? I'm not going to yes sir him. No sir boss. Or I'm sorry, but that's not happening. Right? I know the stand your ground law, but I just don't have a gun. I could have ended him. I absolutely could have ended him. I could have ended him. I don't want your soul on my conscience. I don't. All right, so here we go. Let's check all the Woznits and the Wahuzimos. And like I tell you, music is better. Do some of this, because all this animus, angry bullshit that these guys get off on movies doing, it's not the real world. The real world is different. But sadly, the real world is also a rigged court system and bullshit people. You make that final move, they're going to come looking for you. So you better be fucking right about your final move. It's not going to be some asshole in some random fucking intersection on an American road who think because he's out here in his black tee and his white beard and his yellow Corvette, Mustang, he's the shit. You are not the shit. And again, learn to fucking drive, because when I drive, I move. No accidents, knock on wood, right? But I'll make moves, and he's looking pretty. Yes, he was the prettiest girl in his yellow Corvette. Not Corvette, again with the Corvette. In his yellow Mustang, his yellow convertible. But I was on my business, and I was making moves, and I was going places. And I had no time for you to be doing 25 in a fucking 40. I got no time for that. I also don't have any time for you to be doing 35 in a 35 when I'm usually doing 50. Don't tell anybody. But again, I drive with attention to detail is how I drive. You won't catch me behind the wheel slipping. I'm not fucking with the radio. I having random conversation with people. I'm never on my phone. I'm about my business because I'm going from point A to point B. And if you've ever seen a 5,000 pound fucking vehicle hit somebody, you know what I'm talking about. The only places I hate this. Yeah, this is my game. I don't speed in residential neighborhoods. Any place where there's a kid or a dog that can pop out, no. But once that highway sign is like 64 open, I'm in it. Once this speed limit on this, like, not deserted, but like car traveled road, no people are on this road. Front yards are like 4 feet off the curb and no one puts their kid in the front yard. About my business. Got no time for you, all these young boys leaning and driving slow, smoking weed, idiots. You know, none of these old hipster fucking racists, quite frankly. I'm not humoring them either. I'm so out of my element here. I'm too New York for this shit. And that's not good because it doesn't matter. I'm not in New York. I'm in Virginia. Yeah. So I should adjust, right? It is what it is, man. You know, I've run across a lot of racist bullshit that I do not get in Brooklyn, right? It's amazing. And it took me a while to catch on to, but I'm like, all right. So now, like, I drive around and there's all these people with placards saying, give me money, homeless, you know, I'm a vet, I'm pregnant, I'm this. And I see them and I ignore all of them. And I used to give money. Now I'm like, no, I don't trust any of you. As far as I know down here, everybody's a racist. And that's not how I want to be about myself. Shame on me. I used to give money in New York. And my whole position was, does not matter what they use it for. It's the mercy is in the giving, right? I had this conversation with my family. If I give you $5 and you go spend it on heroin, because my dad, you know, like, what if I'm like, that's not for me to do that. I'm not to tell you what to spend it on. I am the giver, and I am doing what I am supposed to do as a Christian in giving. I would hope that you don't use for alcohol or weed or drugs or whatever, right? I hope you go to the Chinese spot and buy, like, you know, fried chicken and rice so you can get a meal in you at least that day, right? But if you choose, that's not me. I'm not going to walk you. And I have friends in New York who will come, let me walk you over here to get it. That's not for you to do that. Why are you moving from one place with a stranger? For your pompous, what? Give them the money or don't. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Like the movie said, my logic is undeniable. Fucking walk up on a random car with your I'm important bullshit. In a city of military people. In a city where there's open gun carry laws. You know, anybody can carry a gun if you're over 18, as long as everybody can see it. Like the song says, he wore his gun outside his pants for all the world to feel, right? That's a lot of that going on here. And other people, you get a license for a concealed carry. Where at other places, you can't carry a gun, and the only license you can get is a concealed carry. I used to tuck my 9 right here when I ran out to the store real quick. Shocked a lot of people. Oh, my God. Right? But, you know, I wasn't going that far. And it was a block, right? At the end of my block when I lived. But here, everyone has a gun. And those who don't know have a gun likely have a carry permit. which means they can tuck it back here and no one can see it. How's he walking out here doing this shit in this town? Because he was in his own head about and I'm like I said, I make moves. I noticed him. He was following me. Like I thought he was just trying to race me in his sports car. You know, it is what it is, man. People will goad you into shit and then murder you on site and say I was standing my ground, right? People will fucking push their luck and you will have to beat the fuck out of them. And then they will say they were the victim and you were the aggressor. All because they know that this system is broken. It's absolutely fucking broken. So like I say every day on this show, 40 days and 40 nights, out and up. We're having a religious experience today. Now, you don't need to fuck with these people, right? Human beings are social creatures. People who have no friends, no family, no one, who are mean, a fight is still social. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. So yeah, it is what it is. So I came back here. I cooked a giant plate of, I should show you what I cooked. Stay right here. Because I'm going to bring the whole plate in here. The whole pot in here, rather. So this is what I did. Ooh, it's still hot. Oh, wow. I almost dropped it. Jesus Christmas. Woo. Oh, it's still hot. All right, here we go. Oh, my God. Am I burning my hands? All right, let's tilt this down so you can get a good shot at the fantastic majesty that this is. Bazam, bitch! I'm sorry, baby. So what this is just cooking aggression, right? It's not even heavily seasoned. It's seasoned with salt, pepper, oil, vinegar, and I think that's it. I didn't put there's some garlic powder, some onion powder in it, broccoli, arugula, sausage and pasta. That's what I did. Because you are not going to own my headspace, you idiot. So, you know, normally I was trying to stay away from pasta. I was trying to do a lot of rice, but I was like, been a while since I had pasta, and life is short. Could have died today, right? Could have fucking been arrested today for killing some fuckstick. It's not where I am, right? I was tested. All the stuff that I've been saying about letting some shit go, I was tested today. And I think I passed, but at the same time, yeah, I passed, but I'm fucking angry about it. You know what I mean? And I wish I had friends to sit back and kick and talk to, and they'd likely look. If you have friends who go, man, I'm gonna bust his ass, get rid of that guy. You know, because that's a guy who always talking about butt. You don't need it. You need something different. And man, so yeah, so let's check these streams. I'm streaming to all relevant sites and services, no matter what this little boy, what just happened. Yeah, there you go. There you go. That's what you get for opening up another. This app is a headache. Come on, come on, come on. You know you wanna. Is a headache. All right, so that's got really bad, but that's because I turned it on. Now let's check YouTube. I'm pretty sure YouTube will just freaking blow up the universe because this is ridiculous. Yeah, there you go. There you go. All right, so let's mute me. Look at this. Yeah. So what are you going to concern yourself with? What are you going to be angry about? Right? What do you want to be? What do you want to do? I don't want to fucking deal with knuckleheads in the street. That's not my concern. And I told him, man, it's driving. I don't know you. It wasn't personal. Get away from me. And I think that sort of like shocked him instead of fuck you, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, I will hit you in the face with fucking logic before I beat your ass. We're not going down this road. I don't know you. Why are you chasing me, knocking on my door? I think my style of driving is so, what's the word I cannot say? If I'll give you the horn. No one honks the horn down here. I'll give you the horn, and I don't cut you off, but if there's a window where I can get between you, if I'm driving and I look in my passenger window and I can see your headlights, I'm a take that move. It's not cutting you off, right? And I think that's probably what it was. And then I made all these open air free moves, and he was behind me. I thought he was testing out his fancy car, and then we got caught at a light, and then he walked up to me. Dude, it's fucking driving. A lot of people really look at it like they're driving their sofa, and you disrespected them in their living room or some shit. I have no compunction about any of that. It's driving. And here, there's all these hipster moron fucksticks who lean low, are smoking weed and driving, right? There's all these military guys who are on their phones like women driving, and you give them the horn, they'll look at you like you're ISIS. What? So yeah, this is another thing why I don't thank anybody for their service. There's a lot of fucking asshats in uniform, you know. And I didn't ask anybody to join anybody's service. If you die, I will big you up and fly the flag for you. But a lot of these guys get out of the service and are just assholes. They instantly forget all the good shit the military teaches you, right? I'm not trying to fucking fight it out with you. I'm giving you the horn because you're fucking on your phone. My God. So yeah, this is the land I live in. Land of guns, baby. It's the Wild West. And they wanted to be like that until you know, stand up for yourself, then all of a sudden you're a... I wonder what they would have said about me. I mean, I've got no criminal history. I'm a retired policeman. What would they say? Maybe I snapped, and to get this story to spin right. And especially his car was 4 cars down and 1 over. He had to have walked up to me. All those at a light where I'm pretty sure they would have like caught the red light traffic cam and looked at what happened. He was up. He's walking up to him. Up, yep, there you go. This is why I would rather beat the fuck out of you or have my ass kicked in the street than shoot you dead. Right? This is the problem. A lot of these guys, we used to call it having hands, don't know how to fight. They just want to grandstand. And I'll tell you another thing about this thing. I only ever have this issue with dudes who are bigger than me. He didn't know how big I was, but he knew I was black. So I think that's why I think it was a racist development. But when I'm out in the world, people who get in my face are usually bigger than me. And I have a really good track record of just being able to deal with people. Because like I said, I'm from a big family, a whole bunch of different types of people. I've been told I love you in like 10, 15 different ways. And I've been told I hate you in 10, 15 different ways, right? I've been threatened in 10, 15 different ways. So when you come at me, I can generally read what I have to deal with you. If I can go, oh man, my bad, and let it end, I'll do that. But if my bad will incite you more, you because I want to kick you, then I just go totally silent on you. And I will walk away. As long as you're not following me, I will walk away from it. But I've always got my eye on what everybody's doing because you have to. People are asleep in this world, and you can't be. And some people are just miserable and unhappy, and they will take that out on you. And you got nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with it. So don't be anybody's victim. Don't be fucking, afraid of engagement and going out in the world. But at the same time, be able to defend yourself. I talk about being fit to fight or fit to flee all the time. I'm fat and I'm fucking old now. But the philosophy is still a good one. And I may start a group me just in down here so I can get some like dudes to run and work out with, smoke an occasional J with. I don't want to join a fitness league because those guys are all boring. But I don't want to join some fucking hip hop homie bullshit either where no one does anything. I want to do something. And if that thing is working out and getting fit and then having a beer later, perfect, right? Spend 2 hours a day with your homies like we're doing here. Perfect. That's what I'm talking about. But man, yeah, him walking up to my car window like that. And then I rolled it down. Now I probably got COVID now. I didn't have my mask on in the car. He's the only person I don't know who's gotten close to me in a year and a half. And my thing was like, what? I'm glad I didn't have a gun on me. Super glad I didn't have a gun on me. Super glad. What am I? What am I supposed to be if I'm not the thing I thought I am? How much should I tolerate? I'm not tolerating any of that shit anymore. You know what I like to do? I like to talk shit. I like to cook. I like to play video games. I really like trying to learn the guitar. That's gonna take off. That's my new favorite thing. Uh, I like people. I do. I like people. Everyone has a story. Everyone, and I really like my elders, older people. What I don't like is all the violence and murder on TV. I think it bleeds into people, and they become those. They try and be those things they see on TV. And you let TV raise people for the last 40 years, right? Since the 80s of sex and violence, since Charlie's Angels and sci-fi violence like the $6 Million Man and Battlestar Galactica and Star Trek became actual, not it's not in real life violence, but more uh, sim violence like Law and Order and fucking glorification of violence like I'm about to say like America's Got Talent, like America's Most Wanted. America's Got Talent is pretty fucking violent. Um, yeah, so it is what it is, man. I I'm here every day, 7 a.m. and 6 p.m. We were early today, right? We were incredibly early today. We were early by like 6 minutes, 7 minutes. I just couldn't wait to see you guys. But now talking to you about this whole thing, I do feel a little better. Uh, I do feel a little better. Um, I don't really trust. I don't really trust some of the nonsense. So wow. Okay. We're gonna leave that here. We're gonna go over here and look at this and leave this up. Yeah. All right. So, oh my gosh. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. So don't be what what's the word I'm looking for? Don't be so eager to dance with like these randoms in the world, right? Whether that's sex with them or a fight with them, right? Like you want to build shit that takes you to a place. You're right. You're building bridges to places, right? Just like if you burn bridges, you're burning so you can't go back to that place, right? This is not hard, but at the same time, you'll be in a mode, and then God forbid you'll do something dark, and all of a sudden you're like, why didn't I just drive away? Now I've got all these cops and all these lawyers, and I'm looking at X amount of Z of time and fines and all this because that guy came over to me. He came over to me, right? Watch it. Watch it. There are traps all the time. Um, yeah, call me a coward. I'm not going to jail tonight for killing that guy, right? Because trust me, if I did, they'd find all these streams and try and come up with like, oh, he said stuff. He's obviously anti-government or anti-white or anti-women or anti-midget or anti-cloud or fucking anti-dog or anti-whatever. They can spin it, and the average person will take their word for it because no one looks very deeply. All I'm asking you to do, all I'm asking you to do is to look very deeply within you. What do you want? I was thinking today. I always say you can pick up music, guitar, blah blah blah, Wall Street, da da da. And then as I was driving around, I was like, I want to learn how to make beats and learn to play the guitar and be really good at music. But then I was thinking, but I also want to be really good at money. I want to know Wall Street. What the fuck are those fucks doing? I might open up uh, a segue to. I gotta find the earliest. First of all, I'm not good at math. How about that? But you can get good at math by working on it every day, right? It's a discipline, and you can learn stuff. You are not beyond learning new things, and neither am I. So I can learn that. But man, I want to do this with people. I think I'm going to start a group me and do all these wild things. Um, get fit, right? Like not super fit, run marathon and shit, but run like 3Ks, 5Ks, like small runs like that, just for me to get my sea legs back. And get out of the house more and someplace to drive to. And maybe, you know what? I used to love doing hot room yoga. Can't be in a hot room with anybody now. It's the best shit though. You lose weight and you get like spiritually connected. But oof, wow, I don't know what even to tell you. It's a grand wide world, baby, baby. You know, I should have put in that pasta. I'm thinking about it. One, first of all, that's a 12-inch skillet, and I packed it, and it's full, and it's hard to flip shit over. So now I'm thinking, do they make 15-inch skillets? Here's a problem. Your stove flame and can only kick out about 6 inches, right? So the center of your pan will be hot, and the rest of the heat radiates outward, right? You can still cook in it, don't get me wrong, but you'll have to move things a lot because the hottest spot will be the center, and out in the sides will be sort of like I have a cast iron griddle, which is I love to use, but it's fucking hard to clean, and it's when you whip it out, you want to really use it. It dirties up the kitchen. I don't have a, you know, I'm renting, so you know, if I ever am lucky enough to buy a house, my grill connection is going to be ridiculous. All I'm going to do is cook. Oh, maybe I think for people who like to cook. Not people who like to be chefs, but just people who like to fucking cook. So yeah, I mean, I've got enough interest that maybe I can gather some homies and homettes who like to cook and talk shit. But when you invite people, you got to be able to ban people because some people are fucking ridiculous. Some people are like my mother used to call it. Some people don't have any home training, right? And that's what she always referred to it as. I still say please and thank you and hold the door for people, especially older people. I was in the IHOP today. This couple came through, backed up out of the way, like before they even saw me coming, and I like held one door for him, and I reached over and managed to get the other door, and they're like, "Oh, thank you." I was like, "Oh, no problem." And then all these other guys looked at me like, "Yeah, dummy. Yeah, you think I look stupid, but if it was your parent, your elder, if it was you as a, you'd want somebody. Everybody, no one gives a fuck about anything, and that's why nothing works. So it is what it is. I'm gonna hold doors and say please and thank you uh, until I may be the last of that generation, right? I'm pretty sure I am the last of that generation. But while I do that, I'm going to be very modern and not letting you anywhere near my sacred zone of like you're not getting in my head, right? I had people in my head before. You're not getting in my head. The first one was pretty decent. I don't know. I will say this about tobacco smoke though. I could blow rings upon rings just chilling. There was one of them, right? There's a breeze in here, which is nice, but it's really subtle. It's destroying my smoke rings. Oh well. Oh well. And another weird thing happened to me today. There was a little girl in the IHOP that I was at. She had to be like a year old. Her dad was holding her, and she looked at me. I had a mask on, mind you. Normally, with little kids, I make little Google eyes and weird faces. But in this mask era, you can't do that. And I used to do it on the New York City subway all the time. And I used to love to do it to babies who were crying because, and then, the parents will eventually look around what the baby looking at and then see me make a, and 99% of them wouldn't mind. I did have one guy like, yeah, my baby. I'm like, you're right, man. I'm sorry. All right. And that was it. His baby didn't want me making perfectly legitimate. A lot of people thought he was an asshole though, but at the end of the day, it's your baby. If I'm sitting there going boop doop doop and you tell me to stop, I'm fucking stopping. Right? That's it. Yeah, babies are awesome. And the baby was like, she was like peeking behind me and I was doing all this stuff, but I had a mask on. So I think it was all done with like my eyes and she knew maybe my gestures. But I really have concerns for all these really small kids and the connection they're supposed to be making when people have half their face covered. I think that's going to come back to haunt you in about 15 to 18 years. And it's going to be with you for all those kids' adult life. And they may pass it down to some yet unborn children. And if she was like a year old, let's say she's the average woman, which is 28. So in 28 years, when she has a kid, that kid, let's say 20 years on top of that. So we're looking at in 48 years, that kid's kid is going to be 20 and unhappy with the world and making all these shifty moves, right? I mean, that's sad. Is that not sad? Oh God, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just a giant. I was about to say a giant pussy, but I have a lot of empathy, but I also have a lot of "fuck you, get away from me," right? So I'm not a bleeding heart, but I do have an empathetic nature. Yeah, it's weird. Yeah. A million years ago, I used to smoke clove cigarettes. I was just asking for drama. And somebody told me, "Oh yeah, they have these tiny little crystals they get in your lung to make your lungs bleed." I was like, "What?" And this is before the internet. I couldn't check it. I couldn't. I was like, "Smoking is bad for you all around," but that just sounded so much worse to me. Gave that up immediately. I even can tell you the cigarettes can't tell you when I smoked them because like I told you, I'm bad with dates, but I'm pretty good with history. I was good at history student, but it came to the dates, and that's what stopped me. Uh, it is what it is, right? So, what are we doing today? We're smoking J's. We're lamenting. No, in an alternate timeline, everybody loves Marvel, right? In an alternate timeline, I'm arrested today, or I'm beat up and fucked up in the hospital, and he's arrested today. Either way, not where I want to be, right? And what do we say? You should have friends, right? You should not take anybody bullshit. Don't let them in your head. Pick up a hobby, a discipline. This is our discipline. This is where we're at. Um, Make friends, right? Meet a nice guy / girl, right? I think I was put to the test for my sense of not letting people get at me. I think I passed that, even though I feel bad about it. But if I was really good at it, this whole thing, I wouldn't even be telling you this. It's not a bragging story. It's a kind of like, what the fuck could I have done story, right? My bragging story is that fight with the 4 firemen in Brooklyn. Every guy has one, but every guy also has a bunch of like, well, not a bunch, but like a fair amount of I wish I would have done that shit differently stories too. I would love to have women on this pod. I'm sure women have this same scenario, just different. I would like to know what it is. I'm sure it's not fighting, right? But I wonder what it is. Our sisters have something to say. You should listen, but don't let them go on too long because blah blah blah. All right, that was a joke, guys. That's comedy. No, nobody lose your shit. Remember, we are not pearl clutches around here. Ugh, ear ringing. Quite a day. And it's not even the weekend, it's Wednesday. Oh my God. What is the weather tomorrow? I don't want to even work tomorrow. Hold on, wait a minute. Cha. Oh, wait, we don't need this. Actually, we might need a private window. Okay, we'll shrink this. Excuse me, burp. So I was watching this stream, and the guy was on stream for like 3 hours. And he goes, give me a second, I gotta go to the bathroom. And then he plays something, and he plays for like 7 minutes. Then the guy comes back to the bathroom. And I was like, I guess it isn't television, right? Because your news anchor isn't gonna go, oh, and George Bush said, and we'll be back momentarily after I go to the bathroom. And then the co-host goes, you know what? I could go to the bathroom too. And then they're both gone for like 7 minutes and they come back. And I'm like, I guess it is a brave new world. Is that a little more honest? Right? I guess it is. Is it disrespectful? No, how's it can be disrespectful? Like, it's not disrespectful to the viewer. I just thought it was weird. But then I have gone to pee on this stream before. Oh, give me a second, I gotta pee. Right? Give me 90 seconds. Right? Because we were playing with somebody. I guess that's not appropriate either. Look, listen, everyone, you are in a brave new world. This is radio circa 1933, right? Yeah. This is where we're at. So my only hope is that the people who had radio and television for all these years don't take this, because what you can see it happening. I remember there would be beheading videos on YouTube. Now you can't put like a crossword about a puppy on YouTube without being banned or banished, right? It's how they control the language. You have all the right to say anything you want until you say it, and then all these people are arrayed against you. I want to hear people defend the shit you said. We should have some fucking not politicians and their bullshit, or these lawyers who learn rhetoric, which means you can argue that water is not wet and argue that fire is not hot. Fuck that. I want the truth. Why can't we get to people who can explain to me? I mean, enough with your high point speeches about tomorrow. What do you got for me today? Explain to me why we don't have healthcare, but we're spending all this money and we just got punked by the Taliban. Explain it to me before you just go, oh, well, you don't know. And we went to college and we went to Dartmouth and Princeton and Yale and Columbia and Harvard. Oh man, I almost pulled that thing right off. And Dartmouth, Yale. What are the seven sisters, right? The seven oldest schools in the country: Dartmouth, Harvard, Yale, Princeton, Columbia. There are two more. You know what? Let's look that shit up. We are not playing games around here. We are fucking intelligent people. We don't just wander in ignorance. We look shit up. All right, here we go. Seven Sisters Colleges. Seven Sisters Colleges. Seven Sisters Wikipedia. Here we go. This term, oh, well, you guys want to see this, don't you? Let's make this bigger. The Seven Sisters is a term that refers to seven highly selective liberal arts colleges in the northeastern United States. Northeastern. That are historically women's colleges. I thought they were just all of them. They were created to provide women with education. Traditionally male, Ivy League colleges. Name seven refers to the Greek myth of the Pleiades, the seven daughters of the Titan Atlas, and the sea nymph Pleione. The daughters, Mira, Electra, Tega, Alcyone, Selenio, Sterope, and Merope, were cleverly referred to seven sisters. Mount Holyoke, Smith College, Wellesley, Bryn Mawr, No. These aren't the ones I'm talking about. Hold it. Wait a minute. 7. What do they call? Well, this is not right. What college? Mount Holy Smith College, Vermont. Yeah. All right. Hold on. Now I'm curious. 7 Ivy League colleges. All right. They have an Ivy League, right? Yeah, we know this. I don't like that I spelled that wrong. Harvard, Yale, Princeton, Columbia, Brown. That's the one I missed. Dartmouth, Pennsylvania, University of Pennsylvania. You know, it's weird. I've dated girls from like 8 of these schools. I think I was a liberal arts project for all of them. Did I say 8 of these 7 schools? Like 4 of these schools. Yale, Columbia, Dartmouth, University of Pennsylvania. Yeah, 4 of these schools. What are the Ivy League universities, and why should I care? Oh my God, it's such a rigged system in the fucking first place. Lord, you're only the best schools because you trolled the country for the best students, and then you tell them how important it is to go to your school, and then you admit them, and it keeps your GPA stupid high. And then you teach them this idea that it's them against everybody else. And now everybody's fucking connected to everybody else by either their school or their marriage, and it's fucking disgusting. It really is. The Ancient 8 is an American college athletic conference. Look, know what's going on in your country, man. A lot of people don't, and it makes me fucking crazy. Like, people are hard to talk to if they're happy to be just fucking ill-informed. Be wrong, fine, but look it up and correct yourself. Like, we just looked this up and correct ourselves. I've also known as the Ancient 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. What are the 8 again? Why did I say 7? Penn, right? Princeton, Columbia, Yale, Brown, Harvard, Dartmouth, and Cornell. Yeah. All right. You know what? When the new regime comes into play, make sure you burn all of these schools to the fucking ground. 4.7 billion endowment. Yale, 29 billion. You're supposed to be fucking giving out free education, not collecting money. Ugh. I'm in a bad mood because of this whole shit today. I really am. But this shit right here is fucking outrageous. It really is just absolutely ridiculous that you're supposed to be a college and your business is actually business. Where's this thing? Oh, come on, man. Look at this money. Why do people have to pay you so much fucking money? And they're the low end with 4 billion. And I'm pretty sure that they're it's absolutely vile. And then they lobbied Congress that you can't get out from under these student loans. It's just bonkers. All right. Oh my God. I may have to restart my political podcast again. Why don't we do this? Why don't we just... Today was a bad day for me. Was it a bad day for me? I did what I set out to do. I didn't get into the conflict of it. I handled it like I should have, but I could really, man, I can't let it go. He's in my head. And this is why you can't just keep taking bullshit from people. There's a very famous monkey clip I'll show you. Hold on. Let's put this back up here. Let's see if I can find monkey grape. Yes, this is it. The monkey and the grape experiment. When I saw this, I was like, this just makes the most fucking sense I think I've ever seen. So it's the idea of going, I'm doing exactly what he's doing. Why am I not being respected for it? Right?
So a final experiment that I want to mention to you is our fairness study. And so this
the monkeys.
This became
fairness.
A famous study, and there's now many more because after we did this about 10 years ago, it became very well known.
Yeah, this is what I run on: fairness and compassion, pillars of morality. Oh my God! I'm naturally running on a pillars of morality algorithm, and I didn't even know it. I thought it was just a good Southern mother and father and like church.
And we did that originally with capuchin monkeys, and I'm going to show you the first experiment that we did. It has now been done with dogs and with birds and with chimpanzees, but with Sarah.
Everybody knows when you're treating them badly. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows it. Let's. Everybody knows when you're treating them poorly, and nobody wants to be treated poorly.
Our blossom started out with capuchin monkeys. So what we did is we put two capuchin monkeys side by side. Again, these animals, they live in a group. They know each other. We take them out of the group, put them in a test chamber. And there's a very simple task that they need to do.
All right, hold you go.
If you give both of them cucumber.
You hear this? So these monkeys aren't strangers to each other. I've got this thing running across my head. Let's tilt this up a tad. Right, these monkeys are running. I mean, they know each other. They live in the same neighborhood, right? They hang out on the same branches. They know each other. So they're familiar with each other when you try this, right?
For the task, the two monkeys side by side, they're perfectly willing to do this 25 times in a row. So cucumber, even though it's really only water, in my opinion, but cucumber is perfectly fine for them. Now, if you give the partner.
Now, here's the thing. It's sort of like me giving you a hamburger. Nothing wrong with a hamburger. Good, right? But giving the other guy like steak and champagne. There's nothing wrong with what I gave you, but you know that there's something different with what the other guy's getting.
Grapes. The food preferences of my capuchin monkeys correspond exactly with the prices in the supermarket. And so if you give them grapes, that's a far better food, then you create inequity between them. So that's the experiment we did. Recently, we videotaped it with new monkeys who had never done the task, thinking that maybe they would have a stronger reaction, and that turned out to be right. The one on the left is the monkey who gets cucumber. The one on the right is the one who gets grapes.
All right, so you got that? The one on the left gets the cucumber. The one on the right gets grapes. Right? They know each other. They can see what each other is getting. They're happy to help. They're happy to play along. They're not, they're not aggressive. You can hold them, right?
Gets cucumber. Note that the first piece of cucumber is perfectly fine. The first piece he eats.
Yeah. So you come on in. Hey, you want a hamburger? Oh yeah, this is great. Do this thing. I give you like a, slice of pizza. You're like, all right. Right, so you get I don't know how many slices of pizza. Let's say you can eat an infinite slice, maybe a slice of pizza or hamburgers. And you're like, oh man, this is great. Oh, right? But then the other guy does the same exact thing. And he gets, what's better than a hamburger? I don't know, like I said, steak, or if it's a nice cold glass of Kool-Aid, that guy got a strawberry shake, thick smoothie kind of. Like, it's always, what you get is fine. But what you notice the other guy getting is like, you're like, why didn't I get that?
And she sees the other one getting grape, and you will see what happens. So she gives a rock to us. That's the task. And we give her a piece of cucumber, and she eats it. The other one needs to give a rock to us. And that's what she does. And she gets a grape. And she eats it. The other one sees that. She gives a rock to us now, gets again cucumber.
He's like, yeah, whoa, wait, what? No. What is this bullshit? Now, where's my grape? This is not just this. The idea of fairness, of not being taken advantage of, is in all things, I believe, right? And this plays out in the simplest way. The simplest way. Fucking fairness, man. Let's see that again.
She gives a rock to us now, gets again cucumber.
Look at him. He's like, what the fuck? Hey, lady, hey. Did he see it?
She tests her rock now against the wall. She needs to give it to us. And she gets cucumber again.
Here's the thing. There was a guy who this is primate um society. There was a guy who went to a chimpanzee thing and he had his favorite chimpanzee and he fed only that chimpanzee and the others attacked him. And they attack you by biting your hands and biting your groin, right? And destroying your face. So you can't. The idea of that is you can't climb a tree because your hands are bitten up and your fingers are bitten off. You can't have any of the women, so they bit off his dick. I mean, this human man, and they attacked his face. So remember that woman who she had like a Mickey Mouse hat on, and the monkey attacked her and ripped her face off. It's an amazing thing about this other culture. So yeah, he's trying to get out of it. He's like shaking the gates.
So this is basically the Wall Street protest this year.
2013. Yeah. Let's check some of the comments. To be quite honest, that girl was lucky it didn't throw the rock at her. Why do I have to wear the mask for the experiment? Guy with the iPad. Just take my word for it. Imagine that. The one who gets more doesn't mind the other one getting less. I don't know if you could say that. Hold on. Am I not? Hold on. Am I going to have to move this so you can see some of these quotes? Yeah, this is better. The surprise. Okay, hold up. Wait a minute. Where is? Did I do something to it? No, here it is. All right. 7,403 comments. Scientists proving grapes are tastier than cucumbers. To be quite honest, that girl. Yeah, this is a great comment. This is also a really good comment. Why do I have to wear the mask for this experiment? Guy with the iPad. Just take my word for it. Imagine that, the one who gets, I don't know about that. This may be the same reason babies throw their food, that they think they're getting screwed when you eat waffles and syrup while they get flavorless mush. I like how it tests the rock and just say, is my currency not genuine rock? Apparently scientists found out the second monkey thinks that he receives grades because he's really good at giving bad rocks. This is a vid the monkeys are going to show in 22 Revolution. Love how the other one is just lavishly enjoying grapes and flexing. He's not doing that though. What is he supposed to do? Because he's going to get some shit from the bigger monkey, I think. Employees know this. This is why they don't want employees sharing pay information. See? Employees are all aware of this, right? I like how he aims first before throwing. Did he aim first before throwing? I love how the monkey shook the cage door thingy. Yeah. It's pretty good, man. Let's see it. I like how he aims first. Okay. So let's just drop this out. I mean, this is where we are. Yeah, he's in my head, but he won't be in my head much longer. He won't be in my head by the weekend. I think it just shows that I'm not crazy. This guitar learning experience is becoming a pod. The last week has been more pod than guitar playing. Although I do have numb fingers. I'm wondering if the numbness goes away or comes back, or if it's just calluses, or I don't even know how this works. Burp, burp. I'm not hungry because I nibbled while I cooked. So I think I'm gonna hit that. I was thinking about running out and getting not buttermilk, half and half, and making my fantasticness. All right. I know I'm just. Can't wait till the weekend gets here. We're gonna have a schedule, an actual schedule. We're gonna do the schedule, even have the blah 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 blah. Even if we have to do it on stream. I was once told that you talk too fast for your mouth to keep up with your mind, and that's not a bad thing. It wasn't an insult. So I've always sort of been appreciative of my ability to think on my feet, talk to anybody. But as I get older, I don't know if that's going to be. I don't know if that's going to be a thing anymore. Right? Every day the world is different, and I'm an old archetype of something that wasn't popular to begin with. But I got to see some stuff in my time. Got to see the death of marriage. Like I said, babies will still be born. Like I said on this show, but ladies, watch it. I'm for you, but all this fuck men bullshit that you got going on here is gonna blow up in your face. It really is. You would have to raise nothing but weak men to stay in power, and then the enemy will come from outside and destroy it. But you can't raise nothing but weak men, right? That's not the way it works. People will eventually get tired and take a run at the country again. You shouldn't have humored those people for 300 years. So there's a guy with an exterminator. He's just spraying the parking lot. I got these windows open. I don't want that shit in here now. Does he have a mask on? No, he doesn't. Okay, so if he's doing this all day, it's not. Then it's got to be psychosomatic. Oh, good Lord, sweet Jesus. What a day. Ah. You can't let people get in your head. What do you stand for? If you can be whatever they want you to be, whether that's violent or fucking whatever they're trying to push you to be, just means you're weak. What do you stand for? You should be able to explain what you stand for. And depending on how committed you are, you know, some people die for their beliefs, other people don't have any in the first place. It really is something else. That dog. Just train your animal. All right. That y'all can't hear him. That dog is fucking annoying. I love dogs, but that dog is annoying. Y'all can't hear him? No, he's not going to bark. I won't lie to you. I could use a dog in my life. Ugh. I have dreams of driving across the country still. You know why I haven't ever done it? I have a car. I don't trust the roads. And when I say I don't trust roads, I mean I don't trust fucking cops. I really don't. As an ex-cop, I don't trust traveling across this country. And I'm pretty sure nothing would happen to me. But I'm also pretty sure something's going to happen to me. I should have more faith, shouldn't I? Got a giant fucking flag back there. All right. So. Should I be working on growing an audience? I think audience should grow organically. They know where I'm at every day. Maybe they'll come want to see me. Some who like me will stay. Others will just pop in and leave. Well, should I actively work to build an audience? Because then it would have to be a show. All right. Just trying to work something out with my left hand while my right hand diddles while Rome burns. Why is there a C in there? A minor, E minor, G, D, and E. We have been streaming for an hour. My pinky is laying up against the. All right. All right. Whew. It's been a week. I'm hungry. We've only been streaming for an hour. Oh, we're not gonna stream for 3 hours. I'm in my own head about this thing. I don't want to end it. 20 minutes or more, yeah. But normally we do at least an hour and a half. But I don't like to stretch the time just to put miles under us, hours on the clock. Oh, I'm having a shitty Wednesday, but that's all right. Because while this Wednesday may not be as awesome as I wanted it to be, I have another Wednesday coming up next week that I can blow the clean doors off of. All right. And besides, this Wednesday is almost over. Uh, in the old days, I would have walked Sid, made sure she was walked by now, and then ran out to a bar. I always kept the TV on so she'd have company. But hindsight, actually, no, we spent a lot of time together. Hindsight, I would have given up all those bar days just to spend more time with that dog. That dog was awesome. Um, what's important? What matters? What matters? I don't know. I want to pick up a hobby, not a hobby, but a habit, and be good at it. Right? Make your hobby your habit and be good at it. I picked music because who doesn't love music, and I love music. So I'm sure once I fight through all the slings and arrows in the dark forest to get to the summit or whatever, I'll be happy that I did it. Versus, you know, playing more D&D, and I'm really missing a D&D game. But playing more D&D down the line, I don't think will enrich me. It'll be fun, but I don't think it will enrich me. Ooh. All right, so I have food in the kitchen. Excellent. I can hit that with non-cooked arugula and uh, cheese, likely parm. Throw it around in a bowl, and I'm good. Right? I think I'm good. But man, I gotta tell you, I think we're slipping. I think we're slipping. It's a rough world, man. You need allies. And I was talking to my mom today, and she pointed out that I don't really have any allies. I have no family. Well, I have family, but I have no family of my own. I have no kids. I have no dog. I have no friends. Go out and make friends. I tell everybody, but I need to be doing the same thing. But at the same time, I acknowledge myself to be an odd fish. People like me don't have a ton of friends. We have few friends, and we hold them like platinum, right? And that's true of me. I have like, I want to say, three good friends that I call on all the time. Uh, I'm pretty sure they can figure it out. And since they can figure it out, they likely have more friends than I do. I can't figure it out. I'm appreciative of them. And even as I talk to a ton of people in the world, I still don't make friends. Super polite and all, you know. Did I forget how to do this? Yeah, these things just don't hang as good in the air. Uh, well, let me tell you, is it worth the lung cancer? No, it isn't. It's not. Or the little smoking tricks. You used to be able to light a match with one hand out of a book. So while some guy, we were both hitting on the same girl, some guy was going for his lighter. I pulled out a book of matches and do this little flare thing. Sometimes the sulfur will get caught in your nail, and you got to be like, real, not your nail, but like on your skin, the moisture in your skin. But women were always impressed by like small little things like this. Back when I used to carry a Zippo lighter and everybody had matches and everybody had a Zippo lighter. And then I went back to carrying matches. Then I did this match. What? What? Why? Why? Because I'm interesting. I've seen people do all sorts of interesting things. Right? You just kind of go, oh, okay. It's called flair, right? So guys who are making pancakes, you want some egg? Crack the egg with like one hand and throw it in it. Oh, all right. Versus, eggs taste the same. But flair is what we as human beings dig on. It's flair. You just have some flair. My flair is gonna be. Excuse me. My flair is gonna be cooking, a little music, a lot of conversation, and brotherhood. That's my flair. None of that shit anybody's gonna pay a fucking nickel for, quite frankly. Right? I wish I knew how to build an app. But wait, you can learn how to build an app. Discipline, right, is what this show's about. Boo. Woohoo. And drink a lot of water. Stop being ridiculous. And here's the thing. If you don't put your mouth to it, it doesn't get like germs on it. And you can just dump more ice in it. I think I've been working on the same ice in here. Actually, I think I polished this off once where it absolutely emptied. But I have it here all the time. There's no ice in here. It's so cold, but there's no ice in here. I'm sitting here wondering, should I go get ice? Yeah, we're going to do that because we did it before. All right, here we go. We're not going to go to get a plate of anything, but we are going to go get some ice. Don't go anywhere. Give me, what do you want to give me? 25 seconds? That'd be fair. But I'll probably be back in 15. All right, who's keeping count? Do we want to cut this on? Yeah, we do want to cut that on. All right, here we go. Can I get one more in there? I think I can. Whew. Look at the stars. Look how they shine for you. And everything you do. You know what? I heard that outside. Oh yeah, you're to the wall. To something beautiful. You know, for you I bleed myself dry. For you I bleed myself dry. We are young. We once were young. So everybody wear your masks. Because let's face it, the people in charge are morons. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. But you should err on the side of caution and wear your mask. Because last year, when this thing happened, they said this will be over by the summer. Then they said it will be over by the fall. Then they said it'll be over by the spring. And then now the last time they didn't say summer, they said late fall, which should be about 2 months away. And now they're telling us everybody wears masks. But 6 months ago, they were telling us we were going to need boosters. So they're all over the fucking place. They really are. But yeah, get vaccinated. Stop being a whiny bitch and do it. Uh, or don't complain. Look, it's virulent and it's bad, but it's not like it kills 1 in 10 people, right? That would be a horror show. But it does like wipe out like 1 in 1,000. I want to say that's high. It's not as bad as 1 in 100. But yeah, let's. Do we even want to look up the? Yeah. All right, YouTube, don't demonetize me, you fuck sticks. I think it's like 1 in 100,000. Mind you, we are a nation of 300. Well, we as in America, us Americans here, are a nation of like 346 million people, 345 million people. 1% of that would be Bueller, 34 million people. It's nowhere near that. It's nowhere near that. And that's a good thing, but it's nowhere near that. So let's not get goofy. It's not 10%. It's 345 million people. It's not 1%, 3.4 million people. It's not 1%. Okay. Coronavirus percentages. I am walking down a fucking dark road here with fucking YouTube. All right, coronavirus percentages. Let's see what we got. What are the odds? Most people have mild symptoms to get better on their own, but about 1 in 6 will have severe problems. Wow, really? 1 in 6. Most people, but 1 in 6. What is that number? What is the stat on most people? Right? This is laid back easy, but then you throw numbers at me like 1 in 6. 1 in 6 out of how many of the whole? Such a troubling breed. Yeah, it's not awesome. It's not awesome. Let's see some of these images. I'm sure they have grass. We knew they were gonna have grass. Ooh, what is this one? Daily number of hospitalized COVID cases confirmed. Oh, let's look at this one in a new window. Why are we even looking at this? Oh, that's not good. All right, this is 4/28. This is this year. Wow. See what I mean? It's fucking stupid. This is last month. This is June. What's it? 28. So this is about June. This is a month ago. And now, yeah, that's unacceptable. But those are hospitalizations, right? So here's the thing about the hospitalizations. Look at this. This is a better chart. You know, majority affected are mild. See, 80 to, but this is still a lot. 13.8, 4.7. That's a lot. This number is a fucking stupid, ridiculous number. So all the people who won't wear masks, you know, for every 10 people, this is like 2 people. And you don't think that's a lot, but you know a lot of motherfuckers. So if everybody you know, if 20% of the people you knew were either in the hospital or intensive care, and of this 2%, a good portion of that is not a good portion, but let's say 13% don't have to look at how many will die, right? But that number is still fucking retarded. This number is fucking retarded. I mean, yeah. So with this number, hospitalizations just with our population, so 345 million motherfuckers, right? 80% of them would be about, I want to say 270, right? 270 million people will get sick and get fined. Maybe it might be higher than that. Do we want to look up the math on the percentages of 340, 80% of 340? Okay, well, we can do the math in our head. 345, right? 45 is almost 50. So 80%, so we'll just double that to 100. 80% of that of 100 is 80. 80% of 50 would of half that would be 40. So 100, 100, 100, half that would be 150. So that would be 100, 150. That can't be right. Oh man, we're playing with math and it's getting bad. Let's do, what did we just do? 80%, not half, right? 80% is 27. So 27 plus 40, 27, 31, 310 million of us wouldn't have a problem. This is loose math. Don't lose your shit with me. But we're so we would have 35 million people. Yeah, 31 is 345. So, oh God, wow, my math is, I'm doing it in my head too. Ladies and gentlemen, New York City public high school education. Yeah, uh-huh. 824, right? Yeah, 24. 20, okay, so 280 million people wouldn't have a problem. Then the other 20% of that would be 280 million, 345 million. So it would be it would be 70 million people hospitalized or in intensive care. 70, you don't have that many hospital beds. 70 million people. And of that 70 million, I want to say I want to say 5 million are going to die, right? You don't have that many burial spots. You got to fucking take it seriously. You got to take it seriously. Mind you, I'm doing math from an idiot's perspective, but please go verify the numbers. I think I'm close. But yeah, you got to, I mean, yeah, you got to, I mean, look at these numbers. These numbers are fucking stupid. Look at these numbers. March, April, May. Look at this. Look at this. Daily, yeah, you gotta look out for your family and look out for your neighbors. Stop being happy to hate other Americans, because that makes you the fucking problem. And that's on top of our idiot, political moron who just don't know what to do. They won't make anybody do the hard thing. Mortality rate. There you go. This is what I'm concerned about. I mean, I have people in my family who I love who are older. 14%, 8%, 3.6%, 1.3%. So every people who are 15, every 10 of these people who get it, one of them die. 60, 79, every 10 of these people get it, 3 of them die. Oh my God, 79 to 70. Every 10 of these people get it, right? Is that what we're looking at? 80 plus. No, this is hundreds then. All right, fine. So what? Oh, that's not bad. Well, it's not awesome. 10 to 12.2%, 20 to 29. These are the ones that you keep hearing, like sports stars and young soldiers and West Point cadets. Look, there's an anomaly in all of us, right? And I was told that there was almost a extinction of like humans, right? And then it got down to something like 2,000 people or something in Africa. Not all in one tribe, mind you. Like this one may have had 50, this one may have had 10. They probably didn't have 50, but this may have had like 25, and this may have had, 15, and then this one may have had 10. And so, like, slowly over the eons, we sort of rebuilt our population to 7 billion. And I maintain that a lot of people are alive because of modern medicine, and they wouldn't have, and I think that sort of clogs the planet. That's easy to say coming from, a healthy kid and a healthy child. A lot of people don't get out of childhood. Um, but a lot of things are better because of modern technology, right? How many women are alive to have big families who wouldn't have been alive after the first kid, like just 100 years ago? I'm not even talking about racism. I'm just talking about the way the fucking gene pool works, right? I mean, the racism rigs it, obviously, but this was this was way further back than that. Let's look up human extinction in the past. How many human beings vanished from Earth in 70? Oh, what? When did humans almost go extinct? According to the genetic bottleneck theory, between 50,000 and 100,000 years ago, human population sharply decreased to 3,000 to 10,000 surviving individuals. Yeah, know what I'm saying? The hardiest of hardy motherfuckers or the luckiest of lucky motherfuckers. That's where you're at. The youngest tuber eruption was catastrophic theory, super volcano eruption, physical data. Yeah, we're not talking about volcanoes. Although some of these volcanoes are fucking amazing. The power were other humans the first victims of the sixth mass extinction. 9 human species walked the earth 300,000 years ago. Now there's just one. Yeah, there were 9 human species. Like there's a bunch of different types of birds and dogs. We're the only ones left. And the arrogance is like, if the other 9 went, what makes you think that we won't go? But we're not serious about solving our fucking issues with all this technology. We're not serious about it. California's on fire. Some of the South is underwater. But nobody has any plan for it. So all they want to do is war with people who don't even have airplanes. They don't even have an air force, and they kicked your ass. Oh my God. You should have just went total war on them. But hey, who am I? I'm no military anybody. I'm just a fucking common sense knucklehead. Killed the dodo. Will humans go extinct? Yeah, everything has so far. Well, that's not true. Everything has not gone extinct. The alligator have been around in one form or another for a true long time. Australopithecus, Homo habilis, Homo erectus, Homo neanderthalis, Homo sapiens. So these 3 are all gone. And here we are. Okay, this is interesting. So the average guy is about 5'11". He would be about 5. What do you say? 5'7", and he would be about 5'2", I guess, and then he would be about 4'8", and then he would be about 4 foot. And all manner of shit will eat him and him. Well, actually, all manner of shit will eat all of us, right? Woo, we are off the rails. Here we go. Screens, one of the greatest inventions. A fly actually, just landed on my screen. Amazing. Look, listen. This is why I love art, right? This is the first art form 100,000 years ago in a cave, right? This is why I think it was first drawing. I think it was actually probably first humming and banging on shit. So I think the first thing was probably music. Or if it wasn't music, it was drawing on stuff, drawing in the sand, drawing on paper, drawing on a cave wall. And then everything fell out of that. I think this made us people. Art. And this is why I'm trying to get people to do fucking art. But it's hard to change by yourself. You need You need people. You need other people to go, yeah, you can, you know, and then yeah, you will. What was that? What is this? I love information. Okay, Vesuvius, Italy, 79, a 3. Tambora, Indonesia, 1850 and 80. This caused the Second Ice Age. Krakow, 1883. Everyone knows this one. This caused Van Gogh to paint his painting, Starry Night, because of the sky. Katmai, 1912. Mount St. Helens was a 1, 1980. El Chacon, New Mexico was a 1. Toba supervolcano, Indonesia, 75,000 years ago. Look at this motherfucker. Can you imagine? This ends the world. For all you know, this could have ended the dinosaur. Vesuvius, White. Well, this is because they were all close to it. But man, Mount St. Helens was a 1. And this was all right. So yeah, let's look up volcanic eruptions history. I mean, what are you gonna do when this is in? Oh, good lord, I hate why you post tiny pictures. Is in your backyard. I think it's to drive you to the website, and I don't ever want to go to their website. So this says 28 by 1923. Then when you open it, it's nothing near that. Um, 4,000 by 2650. Let's open a new window and see what you get. Thank you. You got righteous. And then you can click on it and see how big it fucking gets. Look at this. Look how big the trees are. And then it carries on the wind. And if you're engulfed in it, it's as big as like you're under a cloudburst. You can't breathe in it. It kills cows. It belches. Man, it is an amazing thing. And we should have some respect for it. Actually, there's a super, wow, look at this one. There's a super volcano under, yeah, there's a super volcano under America. But you know what? Don't worry about it, because if it goes off, it's killing all of us. All of us. And when I say all of us, I mean all of us on the planet, not just all of us Americans. Ooh. Look at this. Look at the mountains. I mean, what are you gonna do? Yeah, it's just it's an amazing thing, but that's not what we're looking for. We're looking up eruptions in history. Oh, here you go. What do we got? Biggest volcanic eruptions in history: Pinatubo volcano, Krakatoa, Nova Rupta volcano, United States, Alaska, really. Caldera de la Garita volcano, United States, Colorado, the biggest volcano eruption registered on Earth 2.1 million years ago. Only eruption out of the. This is the only eruption out of the scale, and it's in Colorado. April 7, 1815, the biggest volcano eruption registered in history. The biggest eruption registered in history and the biggest eruption registered on Earth are both in America. Oh no, I'm sorry. One's Indonesia. Nova Rupta, America. How long ago was this? 6 June 1922. 1883. The volcano index is a 6. Wow, man, seriously. So yeah. Oh, there's a little calendar up here. All right. This might be worth going to their site just to check this out. Where is it? Here you are. I mean, come on. With the power of 1,000 atomic bombs. I hate when they put this shit up here. No, I don't want your cookies. Ooh. It's just an amazing, amazing thing. All right. It's not easy being green. All right, so let's drink this down. Huh. All right. So yeah, what a day it has been. Uh let's try and get some guitar in for this streaming pod stream or whatever the heck we got going on here. Uh Another reason why you're not guaranteed tomorrow, you should you should get at it, man. Don't take don't take the bait. You know what I'm saying? Don't take the bait. Uh Somebody will always offer you just analyze more shit. And it's not just that, it's like some of these ladies don't take the bait. That weight, it's not awesome. Oh, come on, man. It's really up here, that's why. What? Well, there's your problem. It's mm, 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 mm. No, it's right? But no, it's this, then this, and then back to this. It's that's how it ends, right? Oh, for God's sakes. That switch is nuts. Wow. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. It happens. Like we said, we got a whole box of mistakes. Every time we make a mistake, what is up with this imagery? Every time we make a mistake, I'm gonna have to check the other. That's fine. What's going on here? Yeah, it's not on me. I am. Is that right? I am playing. Yeah, that's exactly right. It's not on me. Come on, streamer, get your act together. Look at this. Oh boy. Gotta put my pinky somewhere else now. That is nowhere near that. I'm not gonna be able to hold this. Okay. It's been a while since we played with a pick. You want to play with a pick? It's been like a week. Oh my God. Ah. What the fuck is going on outside my window? I think I bothered the birds with this horribleness. Are you serious? All right, let's try this one more time. Right? 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 Ugh. Right? Right. That's wrong. That's wrong. Did you hear this? All hell broke loose. Get the placement right. Get the placement right. I hear that humming. All right, so let's try it. Get on it. Don't go so fast. You can go a little louder than that, though. Louder and slow, all right? It's not that hard. It's obviously that hard. What am I hitting? No. We are not losing our cool. We're fine. It was a day. We acknowledge it was a day. And we're here doing this. 1, 2, 3, 4. I just did that transition. Clear notes. All of a sudden I have a craving for a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I made all that food in here. You know what I want? I want a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and a big glass of fucking milk. I think that's what we're gonna have for dinner. Why is this? What is going on here? What is going on? All right, so at least we have sound. But it looks like my picture keeps blurbing in and out because the resolution is so bad on the other streams. This is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. Are we going to lose a whole bunch of bandwidth? Yeah, we are. Yeah, I'm checking stuff, Haps. I'm checking stuff. Look at that. All right, let's shut this down. Let's close this. Actually, no, we need a. All right. Ugh. Lordy, lordy, lord. Look at this. I move around. Look, now I can't. I don't need this today. I really don't need this today. And we've been thinking about taking this 1,000-day devotional thing to another freaking streamer, right? And paying for it if we have to. So I'll let you guys know if you give a fuck. But this is unacceptable. Come on, Habs. You really need to lean into the video quality. All right, so it's I don't even know what to just what the everything. Good Lord. Ah. So I'm trying to drive it into my brain in tiny little chunks, which is fine as long as we get it in there. Sweet Susquehanna. It's not a lot of that. I'm gonna go get an ice cube because we are not done. We may stream longer just because I'm fucking in the mood to, and I had a bad day. If you want some of that. Totally dropped that. I may have gotten caught up eating out of that giant pan that I showed you earlier. Now I gotta wash my hands now, just because it's gonna be sticking in about 2 minutes. Sorry. All right, I'll be back. This time, literally, in like, oh man, the whole floor is wet. Do I have any paper towels in here? I do. Oh, good Lord. All right. The whole floor is soaked. Put that here, put that here. So I remember it. Oh. Uh-oh. Well, there you have it. Oh, wow. See? I'm having a day. I'm in the middle of a day. Let's fold these up. We're using this one. And stick them in here with the rest of the paper towels, which I just could not find a couple of seconds ago. Oh. All right, guys, listen. Good Lord. I would recommend to all of us, that we take a breath, not occasionally, like fucking every day, because there are people out there who are just ridiculous. And yeah, excuse me, I gotta tell you, that kitchen goodness is goodness. It really is goodness. I got a combination of pasta and oregano and broccoli and sausage. Got going on. Then I hit it again. Then I'm like, how long I've been away from the screen? Then I ran back in here with this and spilled half of it, which is fine. You know, I enjoy these moments together with you guys. I do. These are nice. I think I'm going to expand on this somehow. I don't know how, but somehow. Like I said, you have to get with groups of people who will push you further, right? But you have to know people to do that. And I think a lot of people don't have any allies. Now my bracelet is soaking wet. Or we could even call this a bracelet. It's actually chainmail, so my chainmail is soaking wet. So I wore it forever, and then I went through this crisis, and I took it off, and I haven't worn it. I haven't worn it. I didn't wear it for like a year and a half, and then one day I put it back on, and I believe in talismans. Anybody want to read tarot? We can read some tarot. Let's sentence you all to hell for blasphemery with the tarot cards, okay? Maybe we won't read. Oh, we should do this nightly. Maybe I won't read them, but I'll pull one out of the deck nightly and ask the cosmos a question. Where's my Bible? Y'all really want to fuck it up? Throw a Bible passage at you while I read tarot, and then quote like the Quran and the Talmud and all that other good shit. You know how fast a mob will be at my door with that kind of shit? The world. Go look it up, boys and girls. That's your goddess of the day. All right. Do you want to do? I don't want to look this up for you guys. Seriously. These are good cards too. Normally, I would, when I read for people, for funsies, and they really wanted a reading, I would make them go get their own cards. It has to be clean out of the deck. You open it, your own energy on it, and then I'll read it for you. But yeah, I've known people who use the same fucking ratty ass cards. Oh. Nine of Swords and the Fool card that I just dropped on the floor. Nine of Swords and the Fool card. On the day that I just described to you, that's not good at all. We're going to put these away. I believe in all sorts of goofy shit. I believe that the cosmos speaks to some people, but I don't believe it tells you to start a... I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to believe that it tells you to ask people for money or do anything. And I believe it's mercurial. It doesn't hit the same person all the time. Like it's a fucking faucet, right? It might hit you in a moment in your life and then be gone forever. But you'll be changed by it, right? But other people are like, oh, you know what? God told me this, so y'all need to give me XYZ amount of money, and people are happy to do it. I wish I was fucking dishonest because I'd be like, yeah, I'll reach a tarot card for $500 million. People are ridiculous. We have been streaming. I want some more. Am I going to get a bowl of that? Because then I got to hit it with a little oregano, a little garlic powder, a little onion powder. I might hit it with a little base seasoning. Nuke some water just to get all that stuff melting in there. Hot sauce, slight ketchup. See, this is like, I love pasta, but you can't eat pasta this late. You can't. I don't care how much vegetables are in it. I should have actually put peas in it. I have peas in the fridge. I could warm up the peas in the microwave and disperse. No, you know what? How many greens are in there? Arugula and broccoli. It could stand for peas, but we were thinking earlier carrots, weren't we? I'm not going to cook carrots and throw that in there. But the best is like the day after when all those flavors sort of like gotten to gel together. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. All right, so let's get to rocking out. Oh, we said it wouldn't be past. You know what? No, we said we wouldn't do more than. We weren't going to do 3.5 hour streams anymore because no one watches them. Good Lord, people barely don't watch these 2 hour streams. And I get why. I'm definitely not for everybody, but the people who get it, get it. Especially when we get the schedule up tomorrow. Tomorrow? Did you say tomorrow? When we get the schedule up this weekend. It's already a week late. But we're not going to kick our ass about it. We're going to move forward. Here's the problem. When I talk politics, I always give a solution. Better get your ass in the game and stop touching my nail. This is touching my nail. That ever so slightly, I can't even feel it. So sometimes it's this. Because I'm not pushing down hard enough. That's me pushing down. That's me letting up. Right? So with this finger, right, that's me pushing down. I gotta remember that, but I also have to remember that that's my nail rubbing against it. So here you go. See the drama? This finger, not only is it weak, it's all over the place. It's caused me nothing but problems. I have faith in you. You're going to get to where you need to be, but Just not right now. Oh, I'm glad he's alive. Wow, that totally changes my life now. All right, look, listen. We may shift the 6 o'clock show again because I like to do it at midnight. But if I did it at midnight and stayed up to 4, then had to be up at 7, that wouldn't work. I would have to get rid of the 7 a.m. show. And the 7 a.m. show has been consistently consistent. How can you disrespect the 7 a.m. show? We get to see each other every morning. We can move this to 2 in the afternoon, but who wants to be drunk at 2 in the fucking afternoon? What am I? I wish I had like a witty. What am I? Bam! Like, you know, well, who a bohemian? No, no one knows what a bohemian is. What am I, a Catholic? Yeah, no, but that's funny, but that doesn't make any sense in the joke because Catholics are notoriously reserved, right? So what am I like if I'm gonna? Well, is it a disloyalty joke? Man, when I used to do stand up and I didn't do it for very long, the best part of that thing was trying to write a joke that worked and then getting back to it when it didn't work. But I gotta tell you, stand up in front of a lot of people talking to them is a thing. I think everyone should be able to do it. Like talking to people and knowing how to, not just getting up there and going, yo, man, I like XYZ. Or if you're not of the Black ethnic persuasion, it might be some other sort of not good representation of whatever group you are in, right? But even if you went, yo, man, all right, so I was reading this, and then you set up your story like you're supposed to in your own voice, though. And I'm not saying try to sound like anybody else. I'm saying your message in your voice, but there's still uh, not a code. There's still a recipe for success. I guess I'll call it, right? And people don't do that. People don't know how to have a conversation. They run out of shit to say, and then they just start insulting you and threatening you to shit. Like, why am I having a conversation with you? You're an idiot, right? I want to meet people in the real world and play guitar with them, and I suck. But I can't wait for that to happen. But I'm the dude who's like, everybody gonna wear a mask at this orgy? You know what I mean? I'm like, wait, what? It's like I don't make any sense with some of the shit that I'm concerned about. Um, but nonetheless, I'm concerned about it. And in my own self, you may not care, but I need to address it. And that's how I address it. I look at all the angles. And I've been looking at all the angles since I was a very young boy. But honestly, it hasn't got me anything. It's made me smarter, but I'm like I said, I'm out here in the world alone. Like if I can meet 3 more people like me, then maybe we look together to find a 4th person so we can get a good fucking poker game going. And split it up to have a good chess games among each other. And then when we all get together to do something totally together other than poker, maybe it'd be music. Maybe somebody would play something and somebody would play something else, or somebody would sing. I don't fucking know. I don't know. But I know that whatever you need other people to do it with you, right? And you shouldn't be so eager to change everything about yourself to be like everybody else. What you want to be is accepted for who you are while you're trying to be a better person. Don't be an asshole and just go, this is who I am, and fuck it. You either like, no, fuck you, be better. What is this lazy shit? You know what I'm saying? That's what we're saying. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're trying to get you to move to, right? So yeah, I would love for you to pick up a discipline, music, the stock, like we said earlier, the stock market. I may add the stock market because I would fucking love to know money because people are playing really strange. That dog. That dog will. I forgot what I was saying, but look, listen. At the end of the day, Pick up a discipline, learn money, learn music, learn all of them. You know, be the guy that every dude and lady wants to talk to at the party, and be the lady that every dude and guy wants to talk to at the party. You can be fucking interesting, but it's hard to do that by yourself, and that's my point. So I don't have anybody to do it with, so I'm doing it here via you, right, through this streaming app and my YouTube page and my Twitter page, my Twitch page. I should act my Twitter rich, but Twitter. I mean, man, I'm too old for like some of this stuff. Like this is amazing to me. But all you young people are like, what? Texting and fucking iPhone? Man, that's because you grew up with it. But I remember my first video game was Pong, and I was blown away. It's a bonding experiment for me and my brother, right? We just like eyes wide open, like what? And you hook it up to your TV, and we were too young to do it, so my dad had to do it. He was just kind of like, these boys, dad energy. And I love him forever. He made me a gamer. My dad is awesome. I spoke to my mom today, but I didn't speak to my dad. But yeah, married 65 years. That's what you want. I'll openly tell you I failed at it. I failed at it. But I tell every young person, you want to find them early. You want to go, well, he was close, so I'm going to keep up. Fuck that. Or she was close. No, fuck that. Fight it out together. Bond, make sure nothing can come between you. Get rid of friends you've had forever. If they dare stand between something more sacred than marriage, come on, seriously. We all got together to go to your wedding. How dare you only have it last 3 weeks or 6 months or whatever the fuck. You should make this serious. And once you do it at your kitchen table before any babies are born, start plan. This is what we want to be when we're X. This is what we want to be when we're 60. That's a little. This is what we want to be when we're in our 30s. I'm assuming you're getting married in your mid 20s, 30 in 5 years, and then in 10. That shit makes sense. But all this, I got married because I had nothing else to do. It's fucking ridiculous. Marriage is important. Family is important. You can have a great family and have your friend, your best homie, your best girlfriend. Have a great family too. And if you're really smart, then you could go to the platinum level and sort of weave honest, like kind of dealings with each other where you don't need like lawyers or it never gets so out of whack. Man, I don't know, man. I think the society teaches you to attack your fellow American, and we're in America here. And I think everyone takes their cues from America, Britain and Australia, Germany, Italy, France. They kind of do. Um, they go, oh, that's a good idea they got over there, and then they just adopt it and change it slightly to whatever their system is. The bad guys are the bad guys. These guys aren't necessarily the bad guys, but they are sort of not helpful. um, yeah, that'll do it. So yeah, I don't know, man. We are the youth of the nation, as they say, as someone was saying. I gotta tell you, I feel like it's the weekend. Let's cut this on. Bam! Everybody just calm down. It's not beer, it's water with seltzer in it. Just everybody just calm down. I did drop it and have it roll across the floor though. Mm. So I gotta take this. I gotta grind it down, not in a grinder, but by myself, between two mortar and a mortar and pestle. Cut it, grind it. I gotta go out. I gotta find a young squirrel. I gotta trap it. I gotta keep it in a jar until it dies. Well, they call it wasting, until it wastes away. Then I gotta once open the dry so it dries out naturally. That's gonna take about 8 months. Then once it's gone, I go in and I take his heart out and I put it in the soup and I make a. You know how many people have like websites and shit like this where they tell you how to make magical spells and all this stuff, and none of it's real. Well, do I want to say that none of it's real? I think you can connect yourself to God. I don't think God will call you. I think God is not what we thought it was when we were children. But I think you can connect yourself to this space, and I do believe that you can know some stuff, but it doesn't come to you like you can turn it on like a faucet. I think sometimes you are in this weird zone, and maybe that's because the stars are aligned, or maybe that's because there is a God. I don't know, but I know sometimes you know shit, and you have a feeling that something happened to someone that you love and you're connected to, and so many people have had it that I can't discount it. So yeah, why not investigate it? Why not seriously take your not like when I read the Bible, the Christian Bible. First of all, the King James Bible, the king rewrote it because he didn't like it. So you might want to think about that before. And it gets a lot of press because he wrote it so the common man could read it. Yeah, it was like a political kind of fuck you to the like Latin Bible and the Italian Pope, right? But at the end of the day, he did change it. And I think that it's been being changed for so long. But I do believe that there's an energy to the book, to all these holy books. And like, so God made, took a rib from Adam and made, I don't really believe that. But I believe that there's a point in that story, right? Other people believe it, like, oh, no, he dropped a stick and he made the thing, and the bush was burning and it talked to the. Okay, all right, well, you can believe that, but what are you doing about that stuff? If you believe that and you're opening schools and helping children and opening hospitals, I feel you. Then I may not believe exactly, but I will help you. We're allies in this. But I believe that you're supposed to be respectful of your fellow man, respectful of your women, respectful of your women, your daughters, your sisters-in-laws, your wife, right? Be respectful of them. They should be respectful of you. Um, you should have homies where you fight it out with. Sometimes you're down and they'll look out for you. I lend you money to start your business and blah, 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 not to enslave you with this cash that's going on here now. America has become a very dark and very European place. Um, it's not what I think America should be, but it is what Europeans think America should be. So there you have it. Um, and it's all connected, right? Didn't all these Christians leave Europe because they were full of shit and they came to the New World? You think about that. That's like back in those days. If I said, "Wow," well, not okay. Let's set it up. So in the in the 60s, they shoot a spaceship into the great beyond, right? And then like in the 80s, it comes back 20 years later with a note on it, like just like we sent one with a record, sent with a note on it. And they're like, "Hey, yo, what's up? Uh, we're out here." Oh, no, actually, that's not. It would have been like you would have had to been able to send somebody out there going, "Hey, we think if we go to Andromeda, we can get gold and we got new space engines or something." And then he goes to Andromeda and then he comes back. This is Columbus going, "Yo, I went out there to get the XYZ, and there's like, whatever, like people and whatever, right?" And everybody's like, "What?" But then after a few years of that, the people who were perpetually oppressed was like, "Yo, you rogue NASA captain who just is discredited from all like the sexy ladies and stuff. Um, we'll pay you XYZ if you take us there because the air is good and it's like in this mind scenario." So that's what they did, right? That's like you shooting yourself into like the Andromeda galaxy on this planet that they found to start over. It's a ball. I mean, people just go, "Oh yeah, I know the story," but no one ever really thinks about these stories. These stories are wild. They're absolutely wild. I hate to be a sycophant about it, but like I give these people a lot of credit. They were super desperate or super adventurous, right? It's amazing, but it's pretty good. Why is my camera like it's so bad? Now I'm wondering if I'm even streaming because I gotta tell you, man, I really do. Okay, we're just gonna assume that it is because I checked on this. Does it do that because? Oh, I think it does that because I switch off from it and then go back to it. Yep. All right. So yeah, now we're good. Bum 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 bum. We have been streaming, boys and girls, since 6 p.m. How's it? World clock, baby. Here we are. We're not right there. You know what? I think if I add, I wonder if we can put our own. I wonder if I can put my hometown. Like, oh, do you think we could? Oh my God, we have to try, don't we? We have to try. All right, we can unplug it. 56. What? Virginia. Where's the V? VIR. I mean, this the Virginia. I mean, I live in a place named after the Queen. No results. You guys suck. Okay, so Virginia, U.S. Virgin Islands, U.S. Virgin Islands, British Virgin Islands. The Virgin Islands are named after Virginia Queen. A lot of I down here VIR. Yeah, nah, that's it. I drive. My city is not important. I drive around here, um, and there are streets named after like European kings from like the 1200s. I'm like, why are they here? Prince this, Prince that. Yeah, it's not awesome. At least I don't think it's awesome. But hey, I can't believe that. You should be able to put your own city in here. I'm just saying, Apple. No one's judging you. I know how sensitive you boys and girls are. I love smoking these things. I smoke too many of these things. I may very well add a health segment to this thing and give up smoking because at the end of the day, I've been doing it for more of my life than I care to admit. I wouldn't tell a young person not to smoke, not to smoke cigarettes, not to smoke tobacco because I did it, right? So how I would be a hypocrite. But I would tell him, yeah, well, you might want to think about X, Y, and Z, right? Especially if they're the kind of young person who just smokes and doesn't work out and doesn't. I was super active. I've always been super active. The only thing I'm not, well, that's a joke. That's not worth telling. All right. Yeah, I've always been super active. But some people just grew up playing Xbox, right? They're not super active. They come home, they take the bus home, they come home and they sit in front of the TV or they sit in front of a gaming monitor. And that's not awesome. Yeah, it's pretty good. So, yeah, we've been streaming for 2 hours and 30 minutes. All of us hanging out here chilling, trying to figure out ways to learn music and to be more connected to each other, connected to our spirituality, whatever that is, and connected to the cosmos. Not thinking that you're too big for the world. And because think about it, man, you are like an ant on like you're like an ant in a city, not even an ant on a city block. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the idea of how big everything is amazing to me, and you should have respect for it. But I'm like, yeah, maybe I need to give these things up because I do love these things. But yeah, when I quit smoking tobacco, I still enjoyed it, and this is why I sort of like this. I enjoy it, but I also know what happened to the Marlboro Man and the Winston Man and all those. Hollywood guys who smoked because it was cool in the 60s, and all those baseball players who chewed tobacco, who had their jaws and their tongues removed. It's outrageous. And I also know that nothing happened to any of these tobacco companies who knew it was bad but pushed it for money anyway. And when American companies begin to have people carted out and arrested, then I know that the country's beginning to heal. Until that happens, I don't know, man. I'll say what I say about politics and I will keep it moving. And I will try and bring you along if you get it. But if you slide into nonsensory, I'm just not even going to deal. And when I say I'm not even going to deal, that essentially means I'm not going to humor you. Like, I'm going to cut your fucking head off with the shit I know about politics. I'm not just going to shrink away like a violet. And you know what? Let me say, I've known several violets in my life, and they were never shrinking anything. If they were anything, they were shrieking. They will fucking let you know about yourself. As a matter of fact, every woman I've known since I think about 25 has had this modern woman energy to her. And God bless them. But, I'm a classic, man. Say what you want. I just want to make sure that you get home safely. I once knew a woman who went missing. Yeah. I didn't know her for very long. I knew her for about, I want to say 3 or 4 days. Um, and she took a ride with she showed up to some place, a youth hostel, with all her girlfriends, and then she wanted to go to Miami, and then she met these people, and none of her friends knew who they were, who took her, who were going to drive her to Miami, and I think she made it as far as like South Carolina or something, but she didn't make it to Miami, Florida, and then like a week later, her picture was fucking hanging up in the fucking youth hostel. And I was like, holy fuck, right? And that's how people are. Some people are like, I just want to experience the world and I'm not afraid and I'm just gonna do it because nothing's gonna happen to me. And other people are preying on those people. And people like me who'll go, watch your head, will be tell you, you're a, you know, you're a you're afraid or you're not as brave as I am. Look, I can handle myself, but I don't wander into biker bars demanding a drink because I can handle myself. You know what I mean? I know my limits. And I think a lot of people don't know their limits. They're just like, I remember there was a story of two American guys from California who wanted to drive their motorcycles to Brazil and they didn't get out of Colombia. They found their motorcycles burnt in like some grass or someplace. And they found these guys shot up because it's cartel country and they don't like you. They really do view these Californians who's slow to hang out at the border towns and get and the people who fly into these resorts while the country is falling apart as the enemy. And people are like, yeah, it's not us dying. So yeah, well, I'm gonna go and eat daiquiris at this place that has to be protected by the American, not the American, but like the Mexican military. You can't tell people that, but no one cares. No one really fucking cares. Look, I care about those people like I care about your kids. Man, Brazil is a hot mess. Those rappers who went to Africa to rap didn't bring their gold chains with them because they know they get, you know what I mean? It's this kind of let me use you for my, and it's very Western. And I see young people doing it. I see brown people doing it. I see the standard collection of, you know, the standard doing it. It's a thing that is done in the West. And I hate to say it, but it's the truth. So, what are we doing? The sun has set, and we've been streaming for 3 hours. I actually might see if I can get my man Panic online and go play something on Twitch. Whew. Let's remember, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, Here on this channel, we don't care about celebrities. They've got a nice life, right? They need to stay there by us worshiping them, right? Essentially. Worship yourself. Oh, that's because my pinky is laying on this freaking. Is this in the way? My pinky is always. Let's tip that down to smack. Oh, that's a pretty good smack, but seriously, it's too low now. All right, here we go. Let's go this way. And we'll just drop this back here and move this over here. All right. That is, man, this whole setup needs improvement. It's a fairly decent setup. It's a nice room to wander around in, but it does need improvement. It needs at least a switcher and like 3 more cameras. But dude, I got no time for that. I think I have to quit smoking. I think I have to re-quit smoking. What a day it was. Seriously, let's just think about Christianity for a moment, right? Let's just say if you were a Christian, let's just say. And they always tell you as a Christian, I was born and then baptized and grew up in the Christian faith. They always tell you God has a plan for you. God has a plan for everybody. What if that was true? Seriously, jumping this, pulling shit out of our asshole over here. What if that was true? What if you want to do? I always knew I wanted to draw, right? Some people know it immediately. Some people have to find it. And I never drew. What if your whole life would have been totally different if you, I don't know, like for me was drawing. Now I'm trying to teach myself guitar when I should just be drawing, right? What if your whole thing was, well, I stopped playing music, but I should have still been playing music, right? What if your whole thing was, I was a great cook and I loved cooking. I cooked my grandma, my mom, and my sisters and my brothers, and oh my God, we were all just. And now here I am, I'm just, and I don't even cook for my children and my husband does, or vice versa. My wife doesn't cook. I used to cook, and now I don't cook for my wife and my children. My grew up cooking with my mother. What if you know, but you just ignored it? And the whole point wasn't that you ever went to church and gave anybody a fucking nickel or listened to anybody tell you that you have too much sex or not enough sex, you're too tall or too short, too heavy or too thin or too anything. Right? What if the whole thing about religion was just somehow finding that thing that you originally liked and loved and did that for the rest of your, footed out trying to do that for the rest of your days? See what you get when you come to this channel and you like and subscribe? You get weird conversations like this that will make you sit home and as you eat your Cheerios in the morning go, huh. And that's what's important. Because I want you to one day realize that you were foolish for believing that you could not do the thing that you dreamed about doing. And I think a lot of this isn't like, oh man, I want to go to the NBA, but I'm 50. Yeah, that's obviously not going to happen. Actually, wait, no, that's not true. As long as you don't want to be an athlete, but you might be a photographer or a 40-year-old intern who ends up, you know what I mean? But I think people are taught to give up by the time they're like definitely 30. Right, but you begin to kill the spirit in like people in school, right? So if they like you and they can use you, oh my God, you're going to go to the NFL or the NBA, or you're going to write and be a great actress. Everyone, then all of a sudden they gravitate. But what about the countless other people? They were great too. You know how I know? Because all these people on the internet doing essentially Hollywood shit for themselves. They have a better system than I got, obviously. But you like to watch and listen to them, which means they would like to watch and listen to you. I'm John the Baptist with this shit, baby. I'm telling you that you can be great. The greatness is coming, and it's probably you. I get my head cut off for that. But that's about what happens to John the Baptist, isn't it? This is becoming a weirdly spiritual 40 days and 40 nights podcast on our 40th day of mornings and nights. Mornings and nights. That would be 80 shows. By the time we get to day 50, it's going to be 100 shows. Did we look ahead to 10 more episodes or series or programs or whatever the fuck we're calling this? God, that's how many days away? That's 5 days away. Yeah, we're running through this shit. We're hitting 1,000 days as we complain about Haps. And Haps, you better send me a fucking hat or something. I like this weird little streamer more than I like YouTube. YouTube has been slipping. My fingers have been slipping too. So remember, it's not quantity. Sometimes it's quantity, but a lot of the time it's quality. And we're learning music. We're talking about our day. We're dropping it like it's hot. And we're trying to be as real as we can be about it. Know what I mean? Amazing. Amazing. I'm just thinking about that interaction I had with that guy who knocked on my window. What could I have done? If I had a gun, I would have shot him. This is not what we want. It's not what we want. I'm a little left this way. Look at the top one, not the bottom. Look at the top one, not the bottom. Look at it. Yeah, go. That's what I'm talking about. All right. And I dropped it low so you can see the guitar because I know it's very important that people see the magnificent finger movement that is being pulled off by me, the great noob Dini. But you know what I'm realizing? People write songs about the chords that they know. So I could write a song tonight because I know like 20 chords, right? And what would it start as? But I don't know theory, right? So I know that the sad songs, minors, right? And the happy upbeat songs are sharps. So I would write a happy upbeat love song about I don't even know what I would write a fucking song about. We're not writing these songs until we learn what a measure is and how to write it down and what it is and how to, we're not doing any of that. But it's fun to do it while we're doing it. We're dreaming. Look, you know what we're doing? We're out here with a hammer and boards and we're building a rocket ship. And everybody's going, that shit is never going to fly. And one day we'll get it. And that magically makes it a starship. And I can fly into your mindscape with a tune, and you'd be like, "Oh man, I like that little ditty." And that's the way it's supposed to work, at least in my hippie head. Bum, 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 bum. It is 8:45. Sweet Jesus, we have been streaming for 2 hours and 46 minutes, and you know what? We are not tired, but we are slightly pissed off. I keep thinking about that dude. Like he's in my head. He's getting free rental in my head because he was an asshole. And like I said, we handled it perfectly correctly. We is what we've been saying for the 40 days. We handled it perfectly correctly, but you're still gonna have this weird. I guess it's like a after smell of like the stench of something. Then you're like, oh, phew, I guess open some windows to get it out of here, right? And maybe that's what it is. I'm in my open the windows to get out of here phase. But he was wrong, and we handled it correctly, and it could have been completely off the rails, and it didn't because wow, look at this. This thing slowly moves with you. Maybe we'll leave this on because when we left this up, it was light. Ah, that Apple, sinister corporation you are, MAGA people. MAGA is Microsoft, Apple, Google, and Amazon. Those are the ones you have to watch out for, and it's not a good thing. Woo wee! Maybe I will re-kick off my political show. God damn it. Is that oh, I should pick them. Wait, hold it. What is my loud picking? This is my soft picking. This is my loud picking. Do I have a medium picking? I think I do. But I'm still using these three instead of all four. Oh my god, that transition is horrible. Let's try a super slow transition. Here you go. Okay. All right. Let me move this away so I don't hit the table again. Oh my gosh. It just keeps looking clearer and clearer in my head, and it doesn't get any better. No, 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 no. That's not. Don't say that. That's not true. It does get better. It's not getting as better as I want it to be as soon as I want it to be. It. Wow, the sun is down, so now I gotta start shutting. All right, how about we do this? Da, 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 da. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. All right, let's close that. We'll close this one over here, and then we'll just tilt this one up toward the cosmos. Ugh, let's tilt that a little up toward the cosmos a bit more. Excellent, excellent, Smithers, excellent. Oh. What the fuck? That's not right. It's A E A, right? So it's oh. So this would be this. Oh my God. This would be this. No, this would be this. Oh my God. I just have to give props to all these guitar players all around the world. This shit is not easy. Right? This is a close. What? No. Get your finger off the freaking string. It's got to be like a brain fart. It's got to be a brain fart. All right, hold it. That's the ending. Ugh. Oh my God. That's the close. Let's try that again. What in the world is going on? All right, you know what? We have been streaming for 2 hours and 56 minutes. We're about to wrap this thing up. We try not to go over 3 hours. Hey. Yeah, man, it is what it is. Sometimes the horribleness of the suckage is just evident. My fingers hurt, but that's okay. Did we watch the sun slowly set in the west or something? Oy vey. What the ever loving. What's going on here? Oh man, I'm losing this too. I could not seem to. could not. What in the world, man? I guess I'm hungry. I should have a peanut butter jelly sandwich or something. Tells me I'm gonna have that pasta because that shit looks delicious. I may fuck with my tarot cards tonight. And I may think about. I may still have to having to keep a journal again. I kept a journal all through high school. I should read some of that super interesting shit too. Some of it I can't even make out. Others of it I'm just kind of like, yeah, I remember her. None of this shit is important though. But it was what was important to me when I was 17, 16. Neurotic, insecure, wanting to do the right thing, but also wanting to be cool. Yeah, it's a whole lot of bullshit. Can't do this anymore. It's a COVID spreader. Put that away. What's wrong with y'all? What are y'all thinking? Crying out loud. Seriously. I may have to report all of y'all to the secret police. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Almost fell off the. So yeah, we're gonna slowly keep plugging along. I think did I put the thing? Did I put the thing? Did you get that thing I sent you? That right there is an inside joke. Some of you guys got it. There's a lot of those here. Okay, yeah. So my tomorrow AM. Today's Wednesday, right? So tomorrow, the daily guitar practice, day 41, Thursday morning, not mom. I just want to make sure everybody sees that correctly. Today is our 40th day, and our 40th night. It's super special that it's our 40th night, and it's super interesting that we had that run-in with that weird. I don't even know what to call him, but he's renting space in my head. It could have went bad in so many ways. All I want to do is talk to you guys and play guitar. Okay, I want a couple of other things too, but it's not conflict with random strangers in the fucking street because you're bigger than me. I'll beat the fuck out of you with your kids. My God. Sorry, I don't want to be that guy, but sometimes it's good to have that in you to be able to access. But it should be in your super sub basement, deep down a corridor, off to the left, way back, and then off to the right, and then again further back 30 feet on a shelf in a closed off room by itself. And it's not like, you have to walk that way to get it. It's a mental thing. You just turn it on and all of a sudden that door is open. That thing that you had hidden away is in full view. Like it's a fucking, aviary, wide open sky and all this stuff. And people can see it. But don't let some idiot dictate what's gonna happen. I mean, that guy, if I had a gun, he'd be dead. And I instantly thought, do I have a tire iron? Do I have anything in this car as a weapon? And I don't, because I make sure not to, because there are people always asking you to kill them in the world. And I got other shit to do than deal with bullshit lawyers and fake judges who hide their racism under their robes. I was right in every regard there. And all I saw was the arrogance of him walking up to a car he doesn't know and knocking on the window because I cut him off in traffic. The arrogance of that is amazing. He had better have had something on him. And I instantly think in a land of guns, well, you actually have something on you. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I drive fast and loose, right? Let's say that. Still not. I must say, still not a crime. I think it's a crime. No, I'm not. I'm not driving reckless. I'm driving fast. I'm speeding. Is it a crime? Yeah, I guess all fucking infractions they put in the book are a crime. But you and I, the common people here, know what a crime is. And speeding is not a crime. Jaywalking is not a crime. Littering, as bad as that is not a crime. Give a hoot, don't pollute. Remember that? Some people are just ridiculous. You're not the sheriff. The fuck you knocking on my car window for? People are just really full of themselves. So yeah, he's still in my head, and we've been streaming for 3 hours. The first 2 hours were a doozy, especially that first hour. Man, so let's remember what we are. We are not anybody's fool. We're not gonna play this game of sorrowful dance with you because you have no fucking friends or you think you're important. We will look at you like you're stupid and we will go about our business. However, if you push the issue, we will deal with you darkly. And then everyone will go, well, that guy came up to him and he tried to move away and then he beat his ass. And everyone will go, well, yeah. And make sure you do this shit in the land of cameras, not in a dark alley. So that they can be like, oh, look, there's a store camera and there's a ring alarm. And everyone saw that I was trying to be the righteous motherfucker. And then he just really pushed his luck. And that you want to protect yourself in an unfair society. And that's the truth. And like I said, I don't feel bad about. I'm still, it's still in my head, but I'm beginning to think like it's like something happened and you got to get the stench out of like your area. So that may take it, but it shouldn't be with me forever, right? It shouldn't be with me in like another 3 days. So listen, don't be a fool for these people. They got nothing going on with their lives, and they're sad and moronic, and some have cash, and they're looking for a fight. So they can hide in the halls of justice and be the victim of whatever they set off. Just learn to play guitar, whatever you're gonna do. Play that funky music. Write that funky screenplay. Start that interesting fucking cool website or whatever. But don't let someone else dictate the next few years of your life. Whether that, even if you beat the case, you're gonna have to pay a lawyer 25 grand and sit here like a fucking child while some judge talks over your head about shit that like you went to law school. Well, according to this statute or something, what? I'm just a why don't you just tell me, look, we all know what happened here. Well, we're trying to bleed money from you is what the system is about. This greedy American system. Something's gonna have to give. People can't even afford to have a rental nowadays. It's sad, but it is what it is. There goes the video. All right, so look, listen, guys. We've been streaming for 3 hours and 5 minutes. We're gonna call it here because this app can't take much more. It literally cannot take much more. It looks like it's overheating. Not my system. My system is a gamer system. It balls completely out of control when I needed to. And yeah, I really do think it's just the app. I'll be here tomorrow, 7 a.m. I hope you'll join me. And I will be here after tomorrow morning at 6 p.m. Please swing in through them. I'm pretty sure I'll be in a much better mood so we can kick the tires and light the fires and bring the heat, baby bubble. So make sure you get it done. And I believe that you can get it done. And if you don't get it done, who's going to get it done? We are the doers of the deed. The deed needs doing. We do it. Right? You know what that deed is. I don't know what it is for you, but if something's calling out for you to write that thing, do that thing. But clear your air of morons and idiots and people who hold you back. There's a ton of those people. Straight friggin' ton of those people. So I wish you well, and I will see you tomorrow. Am I going to eat that? I am going to eat that. Oh my God, I don't have any willpower. Yeah, I'm going to eat the noodles and sausage and broccoli and I'm going to hit that with a little hot sauce, some garlic powder, some onion powder, some my pepper mills don't work anymore. I need to buy new pepper mills. Uh, some red pepper flakes, not a lot. A little bit. I like to mix hot sauces. A little bit of not Worcestershire. A little bit of balsamic vinegar with a little bit of sriracha and a little bit of Chula hot sauce with a little bit of red, and you stir that in, and then you just sort of like sprinkle that in separate places. And dude, this whole thing is about new experiences, new tastes. They should be fun. You shouldn't just keep eating the same thing. You might run across like a weird mixture and just blow your freaking doors clean off your, what are the doors being blown off of? Your car, your house, your whatever? I don't know, man. Anyway, it's pretty good. You should cook more. That's part of the thing. You know what? You know what? Sometime this week, I'm going to start a group me about goofy shit, and then I'm going to stream it to you guys. That's the truth. All right. So we will see you. I feel better already talking to you guys. I think he's out of my head. We will see you tomorrow. Him and his little his little yellow Mustang convertible and his freaking super tight black tee. He looked ridiculous. My God, could not even get into it with a fucking dude like that. He's not serious. He reminded me of those old guys on Instagram who take pictures of themselves with their 25-year-old girlfriends. Yeah, he reminded me of that. All right. I will see you tomorrow, 7 a.m. for coffee and guitar. Don't be late. He said, I wasn't late today. I was 10 minutes early today, but I was 5 minutes late yesterday. But other than that, I haven't been late for a while. You know what? We're not even going to get into it. Don't be late. I'll be here. You'll be here. We'll be here. Is it agreed? Okay, I'll be here. But if you let me down, I understand. No hard feelings. I'm glad you tried. I will see you tomorrow, 7 a.m., coffee and guitar. Peace out.